Let's talk about email today and the importance of it to your business. Hi, I'm Charlie from Ask Charlie Latham. As you can see, I'm up in my bush office again. I'm actually sitting just out at the golf course this morning. That's what you can see behind me. You might see a couple of little flies buzzing around the screen. We live in Australia. What do you do? So I wanted to talk about email this morning and its importance to your business, but I didn't want to just talk about, email as in, you need email. Everyone needs email these days. It's just the way the world runs. When I first started outlining this video, I talked about, you print out something and mail it off. I don't know the last time I actually printed off something to mail off. I PDF something and emailed it off, but I've now, going down, printing it out, putting it in an envelope, addressing the envelope, putting a stamp on it and sending it off. I don't know the last time I did that. So email is kind of endemic as part of our business processes, in our business processes these days. Without email, it would be extremely difficult to communicate. What I wanted to discuss is the importance of branding that email to your business. One of the things that I see a lot, particularly with startup businesses or people who have a mentality of, I'm just a small business, I'm just a little business, I'm just starting out, is they try to save some money by not taking email brand labeled to their business. What I mean by that is that I will get emails from joeswidgets@gmail.com or joeswidget@outlook.com or yahoo.com or hotmail.com, whatever it is. People will go and get a free email account and just put their business name at the front of it. Now, as a backup measure and a startup measure, that's a great idea, and absolutely I recommend you do go and grab one of the free accounts, Gmail, Outlook, Zoho, whatever, and put your business name on it. I have askcharlie@gmail.com, for example. I don't, that's not what it is, don't try and email me on it. But for example, I do have Gmail accounts that are branded in that way. But if you are serious about being successful in your business, and if you are serious about portraying to your customers that you are a serious business that is worthwhile investing with, and when I say investing, people are going to be putting their time and energy and effort into working with your business, to partner with your business to deliver their outcomes. Make sure that you have your business name, your domain name, and emails on your domain name, email addresses on your domain name, i.e. sales@joeswidgets.com, joe@joeswidgets.com. Yeah, I'm using Joe's Widgets. I don't know who the guy is, the girl is. I don't know. I don't know what their widgets are. I'm just giving you an example there. I cannot tell you that how it affects me, and I don't want that to sound negative or bad or, oh my goodness, it's stressing me. But when I get in a proposal and I send out something and I say, hey, hi, nice to meet you, I'll connect with someone on social media or LinkedIn or somewhere along the line, and they'll say, oh, look, do you have any work, or I'd like to work with you. I'm like, yeah, actually I might. Can you give me a quote, or can you give me a proposal to do X, Y, and Z? And the next thing I get is an email from joeswidgets@gmail.com. The proposal looks great. Everything looks good. They look like they've got all their ducks in a line. But they haven't taken the time to go and get their domain name and put a proper email service on it and put proper email accounts. I don't care whether that email actually ends up forwarding to their Gmail account. I really don't care. Or their Outlook account, or their Yahoo, whatever. I don't care where it ends up. What I do care about is the fact that they haven't taken the time to get dressed properly, and I'm going to use that as a term there, to dress themselves up properly and try to look like a real business. Harsh words, I know. I am a little old school in that respect, but for the cost of a domain name, and the cost of a little bit of hosting, and I'll come back to that one in a minute. It's such an easy way to portray that you are serious about your business. Now, so what am I recommending? I talked about a cost of a domain name and a cost of the hosting. So let's have a chat about that bit now. A domain name. I'm a domain reseller, and I help my clients register their domains and manage their domains. A .com costs about $25 a year, give or take a few cents here and there. A .com.au costs $51 for 2 years, and there's all the others around that associate. Your .co.uk's, your .au's, your .orgs.org.au's, .asn.au's for Australian incorporated businesses. Yeah, there's any number of domains you can take. Properties you can take. It just depends on what you want, and that's what I help clients work out, is what they should be registering, as well as registering them for them and then setting them up. So it's $25, give or take, a year for a domain name. With that domain name, you can put a website up on it, joeswidgets.com, for example. Oh, look, there's a website up and running, even if it is just a one-page brochure site saying, yes, we exist, this is who we are. You can put your email addresses on it. You can have Joe at Joe's Widgets, sales at Joe's Widgets, all of that. And you look like a real person, or a real business in this case. You look like a real business to the people that you are interfacing with, and that you are working with, and that you want to invest in your business. So it's not a lot of money. Now, in terms of email hosting accounts, I talk about email hosting accounts there too, don't I? That's a lot of jargon I'm coming up with. Email hosting is where your inbox sits. Now, when we're talking about an inbox, it is the storage space where emails come into, and when you pick up your phone and open up your mail app, it goes to that place and says, give me all the emails that are in there. Or when you go to your computer and start up Outlook or whatever mail client you're running, that's where it goes to pick up that email. That can actually reside on a server. Server-based emails, they're not as common as they were, I'm going to say 20 years ago when I started doing this. There are far better options available than server-based email now, almost as cost-effective options as server-based emails. Server-based emails can be inexpensive, mostly because you get the email account as part of your hosting service when you put your website up. Not all hosting providers do that these days. It's still fairly common. It's not actually the way I would recommend you go, and the reason I don't is that your email will go out from that server, and the management of the reputation of that server as a mail sending device is a lot of work to maintain. And whilst your hosting provider will do the absolute most they can to keep that reputation up there, mail service providers like Outlook and Google and Soho and whoever else will often penalise mail from servers that aren't designed to send mail. They're just an all-purpose server. That's what I'm trying to say. You can still use it, and if that's the way you want to go, that's fine. Just understand that your deliverability may be an issue. The other problem with using a server-based email is the storage space. You've only got as much storage space as your hosting account will allow you to have. That storage space is shared between your inboxes, all your mailboxes that you have, and your databases and your website. So space could also become an issue, and if you're like me, I've got mails still that go back to 2012. I have them archived off, and I still use some of those. because they're useful information, and it's a quasi-filing system for me. And that ends up being a lot of data over time, especially if you've got attachments with it. It ends up being quite a large amount of data you're storing in your email accounts, and server-based email systems aren't necessarily optimized for that. Your other option is to take your domain name and go and talk to one of the mail service providers. I use and recommend Zoho Mail. I am also a partner and reseller for Google, and I am a reseller for Microsoft. There are a couple of other service providers around that I do work with as well. And what I do for my clients is I will set them up with a mail service account. We will get them the inboxes they need, and then set up alias or distribution list type emails so that all the emails can flow in and out of your business, and you can set filters based on what the incoming email is as to where that needs to go, or how you address it, or what sort of signatures you put on the bottom of it. The other benefit of going to a mail service provider is that it allows you to collaborate with your online team a lot more easily than a server-based email does. A mail service provider will allow you to have multiple people log into the one account, check the one account, and there are extra tools that come along with those to allow for collaboration and management of responses to those emails. That's kind of all I needed to say today, or all I wanted to say today. It's really important that you set your business up for success though, and you can do that really easily from the outset. As soon as you decide your business name, register your domain name and set yourself up email on your domain name. Make it look like you are a legitimate business. You are a legitimate business, so make it look like you're a legitimate business. Give people some faith that you are going to be around for the long run. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed that one. You can see the sun coming up behind me. It's a little overcast this morning, but it's beautiful. I really like to invite you to like and subscribe on my channel. I'll be doing a number of these little videos over time, and hopefully you'll get some benefit out of it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.